Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Jason Smith. Today's subject is going to be on Saturn's plans for 2016. The first one that Saturn brings, and the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because, I am a Capricorn. I do have the facial features of a Capricorn, the long face, and I would like a goatee. So yeah, sometimes I will look like a goat. Um, of course, yes, we are the children of Saturn. Capricorns are. He's also our ruling planet. But the first planet Saturn brings is death, and of course, my family has experienced a death in our family this year, which was tragic. I still haven't gotten over it. Also, worry and fear he brings to the table. He demands you to work harder at your job or at home or whatever the case may be. He demands that you work harder. And also he's afraid of losing a title or titles. He wants to be important. So he wants to make sure that he does not lose his title, so he's going to make you lose something. And of course, this year is reverse year, and what made all this come to be is that Saturn landed in Capricorn's houses this year. And of course, next year, and of course, this is my umbilical year this year, which means that Saturn comes back to his birthplace, which is Capricorn. Next year will be 2017, the year of Jupiter landing on everyone. Now remember, we're not going forward like in ancient times, we're going backwards, reverse. So next year is reap, and this year is reap what you sow, but it's especially reap what you sow with Capricorns. And next year will be Jupiter, and he'll be landing in 2017. And most of the things that Jupiter likes is that, first off, he's the opposite polar of Saturn, also the enemy of Saturn in the universe. And he loves for you to get out there in the kitchen and start cooking. He's a big person about eating, and next year we have to reap what we sow. So everyone that has not faced obesity or being overweight will face it. They will gain a few extra pounds because Jupiter loves to eat. In fact, he wants you to eat. So I highly recommend going on a vegetarian or a vegan strict diet. Also, next year is reap what you sow. So, going back to eating, and I was going to read this article that I came across. It was very interesting. It just, I can't even, I was kind of grossed out at the same time, so I can't really give you too much detail. Starting off with that and then my best friend, she mentioned it about Pepsi products having fetal tissue, baby tissue. And of course, this is reap what you sow. And she made it to a point where this comes from an article, and it says, In a decision of February the 28th, President Obama's Security and Exchange Commission ruled that PepsiCo use of cells derived from aborted fetal remains in their research and development agreement with Seminex to produce flavor enhancers falls under ordinary business operations. Human embryonic kidney cells. These cells, which were cloned, originally came from healthy, electively aborted human embryos. Using information from the human genome sequence, Seminex has identified hundreds of taste receptors and currently owns 113 patents on their discoveries. IK factor, ICK factor. A little more of those taste receptors from cog4life.org, which originally made the connection between PepsiCo, Seminex, and aborted cells. Seminex develops patent flavored enhancers by using proprietary taste receptors based assay symptoms. These receptors are made from HEK-293. HEK stands for human embryonic kidney cells. These cells, which were cloned, originally came from healthy, elective, aborted human embryos. So yes, all of Pepsi has human babies in it. So next year, it's 2017. Reap what you sow, Pepsi. You're going to be obese. Anybody that even remotely eats anything other than vegetables or fruits, and they have to be fresh, they can't be in a can, will be obese. Because Jupiter says eat, 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 eat. He loves food, Jupiter does. And remember, we're going in reverse. And then, they have an argument about, how much, this is true, how much is a hoax, or how there's no hoax. They will not tell you that there's human embryos, but if you look it up, HEK, look up what HEK means. HEK-293. HEK-293. Look that up. I'm Jason Smith. Stay tuned for our next chapter.